Well, welcome. I'm Chaplain Bill Ferris here with Positive Freedom, and I'm hoping to introduce you to and get you excited about this course called Understanding, Assessing, and Preventing Suicide. Why should you be interested in this course? Because I've been an Army chaplain, been a prison chaplain, been a crisis mental health clinician. Okay, so it has been my job to be the person that you would call in the middle of the night when somebody was thinking of suicide. Okay, I've been in the front line for decades and not just assessing it and dealing with it, but helping, okay, and then teaching. So how do you teach suicide prevention to soldiers? You need to really know your stuff well so that you can put it in what we call ABC Barty style so that everybody can understand it. And if you understand it, then you can use it. And if you use it, you can truly help someone. So that is the why of why I'm doing this. Okay? So that I can further that work of helping you to truly understand, because we don't understand suicide, and we don't understand it, so we don't know how to assess it, and we don't know how to help. So whatever your role is, from a parent to a sergeant, an NCO, you need to know how to help others. Maybe you're a therapist, maybe you're a pastor, a youth pastor, maybe you're the fire chief or the police chief or the sheriff, or you're the head of the ambulance district, and you need to know how to help your folks deal with tough stuff. And yes, you're going to send them to get professional help at some point, but maybe this course can help you understand enough to know how to help hopefully prevent it so it never gets to that crisis point. You can help right from the get-go if you truly understand it. So that's what this course is about, for you and your role to understand it enough to see the signs and to ask the questions and to help so that hopefully we don't get to a crisis moment. But also, if we do get there, how to truly help, and particularly if you're in that role. So we begin with module 1, which is about this understanding. Okay, and the best model I've found is Dr. Thomas Joyner from Florida State. Okay, and he wrote the book in 2006, Why People Die from Suicide, based on a ton of research and based on the research that was done before him, to add it all together to come up with a more concurrent model. So I'm going to give you that, but his labels are kind of cumbersome and hard to remember and thus not usable. So as an Army chaplain, we had to break things down, right, ABC Barney style, so that you can remember it and then use it, right? So we're going to turn his model into the ABCs, ability, burden, connection. We're going to show that to you, develop that for you, and show that how that can not only be a model for understanding, but hopefully models for solutions moving forward. So then we're going to look at beginning with the right mindset, okay? And it begins with understanding that plans means an intent, which has been taught, particularly in the medical field, is not the right model, and is in fact not truly useful because it's not the right model. So we're going to do a comparison study there to show you that. And then we're going to really talk about the difference between sympathy and empathy. And this idea of, sympathy and being for someone actually comes across as pity and as a disconnect. Whereas empathy, and this great analogy of being willing enough, being vulnerable enough, being okay with the insecurity of sitting with that person, next to that person, on the edge of the cliff. Are you willing to do that? Because that's truly the empathy that's needed to help someone. So we're going to try to get you in the right mindset in module 2. And then in module 3, we're going to look at assessment, and we're going to look at risk factors versus protective factors, and then how do you weigh that risk. and that's a way better model, that is the model that we should be using as opposed to plans, means, and intent. Can we use plans, means, and intent in there? Yes, right? But they should not be our assessment model because it's not good enough. And we got to be able to weigh certain risks more than others. So that is module 3. And then in module 4, we're going to look at a preventing model. So first we're going to talk about what's your role in this, and then we're going to look at this time model and how we move from the present to the past and then hopefully to the future and help them to see new possibilities, okay, which leads to post-traumatic growth. And we're just going to tease that a little bit of that's where we need to go, because that will be our next online course, is a fuller course on post-traumatic growth. So there is also a bonus module directly on veterans issues. So I'm sure some of you are definitely going to want that to get through the other models so that you can to the bonus module and specifically hear about and begin to think about the issues specifically with veterans. So what does it cost? I would love to make, $1,000 a pop with this, but I want to make it as accessible as I can without being free to everybody. This does represent a lot of effort over a lot of years. So, please indulge me with either a one-time payment of $22 or hopefully you recognize the value in joining our 22 Club, which is where you donate $22 a month to support our efforts, Positive Freedom, to help heroes. Okay, and you can stop that at any time, but at least then starts the $22, which pays for the course, and then helps us help heroes from then on out. And we will be doing things specifically for our 22 Club to thank you as our supporters of what we're doing to truly help heroes, to develop new courses, to do our freedom coaching at discounts for those that can't afford it, and to continue to develop new courses and new materials such that to help others, such as a course on post-traumatic growth. So please, if you can, don't just pay the one-time payment. Join the 22 Club and become part of the Fellowship of Freedom Facebook community, where we try to help our heroes that way as well, and to continue to learn and to grow in the ways that we can help. Amen. So we think this is of tremendous value to you because we have made it easy to remember and to use, which can really help others. So we salute you in your efforts to help others, and may you purchase this course so that you can truly learn and get better in all that you do and whatever your role is to help our vets, our first responders, and anybody else that you are called to help to deal with this significant issue. May God bless your efforts and your time in learning about and truly preventing suicide. Amen.